Hey, welcome to the next video. In this video, I have imported the high resolution mesh from ZBrush and I'll be doing the retopo on top of the mesh. I'll start with the cap. So I'll select the cap, make it live from that button. Then I'll go to modeling toolkit and choose quad draw and just put some dots, and with shift key, I'll join those dots. Putting dots and just joining it with shift key. This is, I think quad draw is very simple. If you have any doubt, just let me know in the comment section, or else it's just putting dots and joining it with shift key. You will hover over an edge. You can manipulate the edges. If you hover over a vertex, you can manipulate the vertex. And if you hover over an edge and press tab key and pull it, you will extrude that edge. So with tab key you can extrude the edges, or else you can just put dots, and with shift key you can just join the quads. And yes, if your edges are not aligned properly, you can just hold shift key and hover over them and it will just smooth it out. Then next is multi-cut. You can also use multi-cut for these kind of deformations. If your sill out is not correct and you want to just get the proper sill out in your low poly, so you can use multi-cut to cut around the already made edges, and you can just cover the whole sill out properly. Similarly, I'm making the sill out proper here with the multi-cut tool. So I'm done with the first cap part, and I'll just apply. Make sure to turn off the live when you are done with that part. Then you can just apply soften edges and hide this mesh, because we have to move on to next mesh. So yeah, we made it again live. Now see, for showing you, I'm just covering it like this, or else to optimize the polygon count, or if I have a polygon element, I could have just made a center pole, like merged all the edges in the center and covered it at the end like a sphere pole, you know, like a sphere has a pole at the end. So that kind of shape can also be made, but to show you, I just made it like this, because I don't have to care about polygon count or try count over here, because this is just a exercise to show you how I do retopology in Maya. And there can be many softwares to do retopology. Maya, Blender, even ZBrush also, you can do it over there, even 3ds Max. And here you can see that the one part which I have already done, I just went out of live mode and duplicated it, normal duplicate, Control D, and then combined it, and then selected and live, and you can just get that mesh like this. It's like we don't have radial symmetry in live mode, so we have to just manually do it. But once we have done it, so we can just duplicate it around and then again go into live mode and do it. So it's just this, you just have to put vertex with normal click, and if your mesh is live, that vertex will directly come onto that mesh like this. This here, the bottle gold part is live, so the vertex are just coming on top of that mesh, and with shift key you can just have a plane joining those vertex. Then with normal clicking, you can just manipulate the vertex edges, and if you hold tab and extrude or hover over an edge, you can extrude that edge. This part is fairly simple. I usually don't like to do retopology. Yeah, like to move to the next process, next step, we have to do it. So yeah, I think that is why I stopped making this or continuing this tutorial, because the only part which was left was retopology and baking. Yeah, like again, I'm just doing the same thing which I did with that circular part. Made one mesh, so I went out of live mode and just duplicating it and rotating it with J key. J key, you can just snap and then just select all the meshes and combine them, because at the end we will have this retopo mesh as combined, this one gold bottle part. So this is combined. Now again I'll go to live and make that high poly mesh live, and then again go to, by selecting that mesh which we already retopoed, and we will go to quad mesh, it will again come to this mode. You can just hold control and make a loop around the edges like I did over there. Hold control and hover over a edge, and you can just make a loop. And if you, let's say, want to delete any edge, you just have to hold control and shift and hover over an edge. That edge loop or that edge will get deleted. You can delete it after just clicking it, control shift, and click on that edge. And if you hold control, you can make a loop, like an edge loop around whole following loop. Then you have to go out of the live mode, and your mesh is done. Retopology is done. And soften edges. Soften edges and harden edges, you have to see like whatever is working for you. But mostly just go with soften edges, because wherever your seams are, if you do harden edges, wherever your seams are, you will get a kind of weird line. So just make sure you check with both the modes and then move forward. And for some of the parts, I can just use basic primitives and use them as a retopo mesh. Like I made that below sphere as live, and now I took a sphere and just snapped it on the below sphere, which was like a hemisphere, which will be inside the bottle. And this is soft selection mode. If you press B, soft selection mode will get activated, and you can just manipulate a bunch of vertex or edges in one go. And this is control shift, and you can just remove the edge loops. And if you want to put edge loops, you can just hold control and hover over an edge loop will show, and you can just click. This is control shift, I already told, to remove edge loops. And control shift can also work if you click on the face will get removed or like deleted. Just go out of the live mode, and yes, we're almost done with our retopology. So yeah, this part was kind of outside. So because in retopology we have to go a little back and forth to check that our retopo mesh is correct and bake is coming out correct, or we have to like edit something. So we just have to look around those things while going to the texturing stage also. Like once bake is done, then everything can be moved forward. But before that, we have to check few things. So like this part was coming outside, so I just manually went inside and edited it. So this kind of editing will take place in between stages while baking, because while baking maybe few problems will arise. We'll see, like in the next video we'll see what problems can arise while baking. But this was it. You just have to make the surface live and draw over it, quad draw over it, and just move forward with the UV unwrapping stage. Now we have to UV unwrap. See you in the next one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching.